Yo, is Netflix trying to kill Netflix and chill with all these fucking commercial stuff that's going on right now?
Yo, Hulu in the drink.
Can you imagine if you're in the middle of Netflix and chill and that shit be like, to save some general, to save some time? Like, that's a wild.
I want my money now.
That's a wild
Erectile
mashup.
dysfunctional.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna be tight. I'm gonna be real mad.
But it'd be my luck. Fucking, we be doing something during Netflix and chill, and that shit be like, yeah, 1 out of every male has STDs in America. And be like, damn, just kill the whole fucking buzz and shit.
Your girl pops up like, what?
Yeah, she's like,
I guess I'll put this on.
Well, in other news, my name is Erin Ashley Simon.
Brandon Killabh, y'all.
I'm Gorilla Monsoon.
Fuck out of here. It's like, oh, nah. Welcome to another episode of Grassroots Podcast. You know, we tell our stories, our opinions on everything that's pop culture. Please hit the subscription button to subscribe and be notified. Also, we have t-shirts. Check those out. Follow us on social media. Plug.
Plug. Shameless plugs. I'm with all the shameless
It's
plugs.
our own podcast. Fuck
Word.
it. Plug all day.
All day.
Yo, Netflix better fucking chill. I know that much.
Word.
Netflix talking about putting commercials during or after fucking episodes or some shit.
Wait. Now they're saying they're testing it.
Yeah, because they saw it's that same thing with that bullshit ass rating system that they put up after Amy Schumer got murdered.
Yeah,
on the 1 star.
Yeah, they murdered her. Should have though.
Yeah, that shit was dumb whack.
Yeah, how do we, does this change things? Like where do we go now? Does Hulu and chill sound cool? Like, like I'm trying to just figure out what my alternatives are at this point.
Hulu and chill, heavy on the chill, light on the Hulu.
Yeah, man.
I mean, my thing is like Netflix, the purpose of Netflix is to binge watch without any interruptions.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reason why I don't even really use my cable anymore.
Yeah.
It's all about Netflix. Yo, if I'm into a show and you be putting up some random ass commercial in between, I'm not for it.
Yeah.
Like, that's wild. That's crazy. Even if it's skippable. Like, I even have problems with ads and commercials on YouTube now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't like that shit. I mean, I get it. You got to pay the bills and you got to do.
Yeah, they were eating. Netflix was eating. They're greedy.
Netflix been eating for a minute now. Like they're trying to get OD greedy now. But I saw a CNN tech report saying that they're talking about that people like us can pretty much relax that they're not doing it. They were testing the waters.
They threw it out there. Yeah. And then, nah, we're not biting on that, bro.
Yeah, they probably saw my DM and said, fuck out of here. Y'all trying to pull that shit. Hey, fuck out of here, Netflix. That's probably what happened.
Yeah, they said that it was skippable, but according to CNN, that there were some people that were watching that said it wasn't skippable, and then some people who were watching that were saying it was skippable.
Yeah.
But they're just testing out. That's like with all brands. They throw it out, they do a little A/B testing, and then when people are like, fuck out of here, they're like, oh, psych, we weren't really doing that.
That was a joke. That was a jokey joke.
Yeah, but listen, just stay status quo, all right? Don't go fucking shit up.
Listen,
Netflix is a great thing.
Between Hulu and Amazon, and then Disney's coming out with their own streaming service, DC's coming out with their own streaming service. Don't fuck it up with the commercials.
Well, my other reason why I hope they don't fuck it up is because then Monique's right. I gotta roll with Monique. Even though I've been trashing Monique, but because she wanted me to stop watching Netflix because of some shit she was doing. I don't care about that. Listen,
I can't, sorry.
Yeah.
I already gave up cable. Can't give that.
That's what I'm saying. I can't. Don't do this to me. Don't put me in this situation.
I like Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, I have to watch it. I haven't seen it. I haven't watched that shit since like the third season.
Wentworth is where it's at.
You keep talking this Wentworth shit.
Once you get over the Australian accents.
I can't, man. Like,
Yo.
I'm gonna bloody murder you, mate. Like I'm just
Listen,
going on.
Netflix has some really dope foreign shows and movies. They have some really dope ones. And also Amazon Prime has a few too that's really good.
I haven't perused Amazon Prime.
I haven't either. I have it and I just don't use their streaming service.
There's this one Amazon show, oh my God, I do not remember the name. Something about an Australian school, and there's like this specific cliff or rock, something on a rock. I don't know, but 3 girls go missing, and then like it's like the whole story, the whole series is around that. And the main character is actually from Game of Thrones. I forget the name. Something on Rock or Cliffhang or whatever.
It's something about
Cliffhang is definitely with Sly.
Yeah,
something like
but
that.
it's something with Amazon. It just don't sound cool to be like, yo, I'm watching a movie on Amazon. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I'm binging on Amazon.
Yeah, I'm
Prime right
binging
now.
on it. It just don't sound cool to
They
me.
got a lot
like-
of old movies on it. That's the only
Yeah.
like I like Amazon for the shows, but like not really for the movies. Like Netflix definitely has a little more up to date movies. But then also like what am I talking about? I have Apple TV, so I get new movies all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
So
I still I'm one of the people. I'm a movie goer and movie geek. I still will purchase movies that I already own on DVD just because I want it on my fucking Apple TV. Like, I'm that guy.
I have not purchased Apple TV yet.
What?
it's actually not bad. Or if you get like a Fire Stick or what's the other one? There's a few others.
I'm dumb old school.
Apple.
I got a book of DVDs and Blu-rays.
Oh man, you,
See, I like Apple TV just because like you could literally like if you have a family account. If anyone downloads a movie, you can go in and download it and put on your laptop. So if
Yeah,
you're trying to
it's
travel
fire.
or something, it's really easy.
but I'm that guy. I got an Apple TV and then I bought another Apple TV. Like I
got the
I
backup?
put them, I put them shits in every room. Like I love. I want to travel with my shit. Like I'm that guy. But that's only because I have a lot of shit on my Apple TV. I got Plex accounts. I have a whole bunch of other shit that people don't probably have. Where
He fancy.
For
Yeah,
me,
OD
the
fancy.
Apple TV it's life. It's life. I'm telling you. For those that don't have it, and this ain't even just we ain't getting paid for this shit. The Apple TV is the move. So
I gotta get it. I gotta think about getting that.
yeah, you have the first thing about getting your life together. Why are you still using DVDs? Who does that?
Yo, fam.
Yo, do you be going to people in the corner who sell like $1 movies or
Chill.
something?
Chill. I did that one
The
time. And I
bootleg?
was like, yo, man, this is terrible.
Yeah, you probably got the VHS with the DVD.
I have had that.
Guy comes up to my man, I got 3 movies, $5.
Yeah,
$5.
You're
Yeah.
definitely that guy.
Them dudes are also selling the flicks. And like, why are you still selling flicks when you can get on the internet for free?
Yeah,
Yo, is that where you
that's
get your
wild.
old school porn from?
Chill. It's called, I already told you, xnxx.com. You're in there like Flint, man.
I know, but if you want some like 70s kind of movie, you know what I'm
man.
saying?
He's definitely into some other shit. I'm
Dirt
not,
Diggler?
yeah,
Dirt
you're
Diggler?
definitely that guy. I'm not getting into Nas and his weirdo shit.
I was John Holmes, by the way. The movie's based off of John Holmes.
Don't ever call yourself John Holmes. What I do want to get into though, and this is the part of the podcast where it segues. It segues,
Dun,
people.
dun, 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 dun.
Oh man, we got to get back into Nicki. It's a lot to get into today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo,
Where do we start?
can I just start with my theory real quick?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Start with your theory, and then I'm gonna have story time.
Dr. Nas.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm listening to Genius, and I'm listening to
Wait, hold on. If it's about genius, you got to chill. If it's about genius, because my story is about genius.
No,
Oh yeah, his is the story of like what actually went on.
Yeah.
well, no, I'm just saying, I'm going by what she said.
Hold off.
No, yeah, hold off. Please.
But we got you. I got you.
You heard that, Big.
We're
So
gonna
I
pass the
got a
torch.
story to tell. You know what I mean? I got a story to tell.
That was about Anthony Mason, too.
It definitely was about Anthony Mason. Let's be clear for those that don't know. Big, I got a story to tell. He definitely caught Anthony Mason wilding, but whatever. All right. So, first off, shout out to Rob Markman.
Yep.
Shout out to Genius.
They're friends.
Great event that they tried to put on. The decor was really, really nice too. Who knew? Like their lighting, everything was really, really nice. Grassroots group, we go to the Nicki Minaj event. Mind you,
Fight broke out.
upon getting there, I realized that,
Brandon almost got in a fight.
upon getting there, I realized that Nicki Minaj and her, it's just not my demographic. So
None of ours.
yeah. So I get there and I see mad fans. Says, yo, BH knew you was gonna be here. Know what I'm saying? Grassroots in the family. I'm like, yo, I see you, my nigga. I see you. So we keep moving, we keep pushing, and I'm at the front of the line. I was talking to a guard, asking, what's happening, because the line was around the block. The barbs were out. Get there, I walk off all but 2 seconds later, all that I see is a fight breaking out at the top of the line. One guy and another girl talk. The guy is like, I'm here for Nicki. I didn't come for all of this. I'm a barb. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. He's yelling this in the middle of the street. I didn't want no smoke. Whatever. I go to the back of the line. I'm chilling. So as the night progressed, we finally go to enter into the Genius event. So now I'm like, okay, this is my first Nicki Minaj experience. I don't know anything about Nicki Minaj concerts. I don't know anything about her rollouts. I don't know anything about anything. I'm just going in.
Fresh, green.
Green.
Mr. Green Jeans.
So prior to entering the event, I get a notification on my phone that says, hey, update. Phone access and streaming devices will be prohibited for this event. I said, why would they be doing that? You would think maybe, okay, you would want to get exposure and you would want to have, this be publicized, especially from fans. That's a great thing. I said, all right, cool. They make me take my watch off, dog. They made me take my Apple Watch off. I'm tight now. We get into the room. I see Rob. Rob, what up, nigga? I see you. You good, Rob? He like, yo, I'm good, man. This is crazy. I'm like, yo, Rob.
Living my best life.
Yeah, Rob definitely hit me one of those. He's like, yeah, man, I'm just living my best life. And I said, Rob, don't be that guy. Don't ever be that guy. But Rob looked good. He looked hip hop. He looked like he was ready. Had his nice little Genius cue cards.
Had all the accessories.
Yeah, he looked
Got
good.
The sneaks too. He's always on top of the sneaks.
So I was like, all right. I said, yo, I'm happy for you. This is gonna be a great event. He's like, yeah, I'm excited. So it's now, mind you, the event was supposed to start at 8 o'clock. They didn't let us in until around 8:45, 9. Cool. That's rapper time. I'm with it.
CP time.
Yeah, I definitely gave, for those that don't know, rapper time is AKA CP time. Rappers are never on time. They never are.
It's like 30 minutes to an hour.
Give yourself,
usually.
30 minutes to an hour. That's what you're supposed to give yourself. So I want to wrap this up really quickly. So get there. We're sitting down. It's now 9 o'clock. Looking at the watch. Nobody's here. And nobody meaning Nicki Minaj. Still not here yet. Now fans are antsy. Everyone, they ran through her album, played it multiple times.
Doing twerk fest.
Yeah, twerk fest. It was wild. I'm still sitting there in the back of the room like, yo, this is not my demographic.
I was going to say, that is not.
It was a lot. So fast forwarding. Rob comes out because now it's about 10 o'clock. Rob comes out, taps the mic. Hey, yo. The queen hit me with a text message. She said, hey, Barbs, sorry I'm running late. Had 2 shoots. Be there in an hour.
OD late.
So now it's me, Britt, and Erin. I'm smoking. I'm fuming. Not only you took my phone, you took my Apple Watch, which I managed to break out of y'all little lock. Got my shit back. Then I definitely did. I finagled. I got my watch back.
Well,
Mad notifications.
You're from Jersey City, so I would expect nothing less.
You know what? First off, I don't like your tone. That's not nice. Second of all, so after I break out my Apple Watch, I look at the time, and Erin goes, yo, what time is it? I said, yo, it's 10:45.
And you know me, I'm impatient as fuck.
Now, mind you, Erin is normally the impatient one. Normally, I'd be like, nah, let's chill. Erin be like, nah, I ain't beef for this shit. The roles were reversed today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sitting there mad than the fuck. I'm like, yo, first off, it ain't no alcohol, which I understand why, the way the Barbs were acting. God, I can only imagine. The fight broke out when they were sober. I can only imagine giving them some alcohol.
You assume they were sober.
Smart move, genius.
They've been suddenly fighting, not fighting, but even suddenly taking people's chairs.
Yeah,
and stuff, and
it started to get a little bit too much. But that's because people were antsy by this point. So now, the event's supposed to be over. Now it's at 10:45. Fast forward, Rob's like, yeah, man, she's coming. I don't know what's happened. I know she's busy or whatever. So we break the fuck out. I wasn't doing it. I was annoyed. For that to be my first Nicki Minaj experience, it was the worst experience I've ever experienced. Like, to have people waiting, right?
3 hours is a lot.
The story gets better. I text Britt, yo, you home? She's like, yeah. I text Erin, yo, you home? Yeah. I'm like, I got home too.
Yeah, that sounds like the beginning of an R&B song.
I said, yo, it's 12 o'clock. You think she came there? Erin said, no, I heard she's not there yet. I said, all right. So I'm looking down the timeline. She's live on IG. Yeah, I'm on my way. I'm right around the corner. Like, I'm about to be there. I still am up, checking the timeline. Do you know she did not get there until after 1 o'clock in the morning?
And on top of that, Rob FaceTime with her, and I saw this via I think her name is Ivy. I don't want to mispronounce her name, but Ivy from OK Player. She wrote an article and it said that they FaceTime, and she was like, I'm on my way. But that was like even like ways before. And that writer fell asleep. Dog, she fell asleep and someone woke her up.
Someone had to wake her up.
They're like, yo.
She's here. Yo, she's here. Oh.
So, on first thoughts, horrible way to treat your fans. I've never seen that before.
So didn't they get food?
Well, not until about 2-3 in the morning. She got there. Yeah. I will say that she got there. She said she was sorry. Obviously, what you're supposed to say. It's not like she's gonna sit up there and be like, "Look, y'all niggas waited. I don't care." She apologized. She was considerate enough to ask her fans if they ate. They all angrily, is that even? I don't even know if that's a word, but they were all angry and said, "No, nigga, we starving." And only had bag of chips. So I know Genius kept giving them snacks and stuff like that, but she did eventually buy them food, which I thought was really, really nice.
You guys, I love you so fucking much. Thank you so much for being here, y'all. I really freaking love you and appreciate you. I know it's late, and I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I literally just left the video shoot, and now I have to go back to a different shoot. Maybe you guys will see one tomorrow. I'm trying. But I just really, really, really appreciate your presence tonight. And I want to thank Rob for doing this. I had no clue that other things got added. Like this video, I had no clue. The thing I just had to do. Right. Completely did not know. It's been such a whirlwind for the last couple days. So just make some noise for him, y'all, because he really...
Love. And make some noise for yourselves, because y'all been patient,
Did you guys...
peaceful.
Did you guys eat? Wait, okay. Wait, you guys. We need to get them some food.
And then the interview, it was good. You could tell that I liked how Rob was trying to be different, which he always is trying to be different with his content. But the way he was trying to conduct that interview, he set himself up to say, like, look, we just want to talk about lyrics today. This is the first time you've ever done this. Yeah. We want to just break down your writing process. But classical Nicki,
it kind of moves a little now and then. It happens.
Yeah. So, I mean, all in all, for me, I would never do it again. It was a horrible experience. I really felt bad for her fans. Like, I was just sitting there observing, but you could see the fans, like, just hearing people around us and hearing, they were angry.
Yeah, the murmurs. Yeah.
They were angry.
I mean, I'll give it to her. That was hands down probably one of the best interviews for her press run that she's had, honestly, because it wasn't about, the controversies, the breakup stories and all this craziness. But what I will say is, like, for someone who has struggled a little bit with the numbers. Actually, not even struggled a little. She's been struggling with this project numbers. And I think for someone like her, your hardcore fans are still going to be there. Like, her hardcore fans were the ones that were twerking, that were like, you can't do anything wrong for us. Like, they were still there.
And it was guys
but the problem is
sure of it.
setting up the narrative for him.
I gotta paint the picture.
I'm sure of it.
It was a lot going on.
But the one thing is, it was the ones who weren't the hardcore fans. I would say they were casual or like middle ground fans. They were the ones that were starting to talk. Like, there were some people behind us who were fans of hers, and they were like, "Yo, like, this is crazy. Like, why is she late?" Like, some of them were mad that she was late, and I think some of them left because she didn't acknowledge the fact that it was kind of like a small amount of people, right, Britt? Was that But there was way more people there earlier, and I know when we left, there were some people that left when we left.
The moment that that Rob had, and poor Rob, why are we neglecting that? I felt bad for Rob.
Yeah.
It's like being in the room full of vultures, and you're like a piece of meat on the stage, and you got to deliver a message. That's how I felt. Like, he was just like, look, don't shoot the messenger. Anytime somebody started like that, like, look, I'm just passing the message along. Yeah. But I felt bad. He was the one trying to have to tame this crowd. The Genius staff, which I think they did an amazing job. They still had a tough job in trying to contain these barbs.
You don't anticipate, an artist or anyone being 4 hours late.
Yeah, no.
Like maybe 2 hours max.
2 hours max. But
4 hours
even that's a stretch.
4 hours is a long. That's a lot, man.
It's a lot. So, but to Erin's point, I think it was a good interview. I think, in true, again, Rob just being the OG, triple OG, sticking it out. Like he could have. I know if it was me, if it was us, I'd be like, yo, I'm holla, y'all. We gonna chalk this shit up, man.
I would have kept it though.
Yeah,
I just because of her fan base. Like, there's certain fan bases that, like, if you fuck up or if you do something wrong, like, it can affect you in some shape or form. Like hers though would be the ones that are like, they would be hitting the thumbs down, negative, attacking people, finding out shit about. Like they be on that bullying shit. Some of them
they do, but this is my only thing, and I'm just big on, like, even when I was working in the music industry and doing shows and all these things, I treated the doorman and the janitor and the artist the same. That's my only issue with this entire thing. I did not like how these fans were treated.
Yeah.
Like that, I really genuinely felt bad. Like there was people that flew in. You when you're on the line, you hear these things like, I drove up from Michigan and blah blah blah, and I'm like, yo, that's fire. Like these barbs are out, and then to see that high energy just start to deplete quickly throughout the night, and
4 hours to do that, man.
And then to see once Rob makes this announcement, they all like they were heartbroken. They were like, all right, a lot of them left, and we left shortly after, just because it was a lot. So but I mean, I get it. I'm happy that they did pull it off, because it was a really, really good interview.
That's probably why they said no phones, because they knew that if they had phones, they would have been tweeting about the fact that she was mad late, and it would have looked bad. I think. And so my thing is, like, so you knew you were gonna be that late then. Like, I don't know how late you thought you were, but you knew you were gonna be late. So my thing is, why wasn't anything said early on? Especially because you have Genius, who did the stream, and they said it was gonna go at 9 o'clock. Didn't happen. We didn't even get until like 8:45, but that was also because of craziness with the lines. I just think that, like, it was just, like, although it was a really, really good interview, it was just messy.
Yeah, it was messy.
It was just messy.
What do y'all think? What do you guys, I mean, I can't even say what y'all think. I know what y'all think because you guys aren't stupid. Are we rolling? Now, how can I put this? Okay. It's public knowledge that she's attached her merchandising sales as well as the Fifi record, bonus record, to her album. Are we looking at this as desperation? Are we looking at this as strategy? Travis Scott did the same thing. He attached his merch, which I didn't even know that was fucking possible, to attach merchandising sales to your album sales. Maybe that's got this.
Sounds like a swindle to me. Sounds like you're finagling the numbers.
Well, I mean, that's what the music business is. They do it. But my thing is, are we shocked that she's doing it? And she came in number 2. Travis was 1, she was 2. First week sales.
I'm not surprised, because everyone's doing it. Everyone finds a way to finagle the numbers. Like, if they have that one hot single that has a lot of buzz and had a lot of numbers, they're gonna slip that into the album project, you know? And my thing is, like, I'm never going to hate on an artist for being strategic. I get it, especially from a content standpoint. I mean, even we are strategic with the stuff that we do specifically. So I'm gonna be mad about that. But I think, like, it's to the point where everything she's doing, like, there's, like, the strategy that she's implementing, it's like every decision she's making is trying to push the numbers. And that's a little bit concerning.
Yeah. I think she's just trying to show, that I'm still number one. And I have going back, my theory had nothing to do with this, how late she was.
Okay. I want to get before. What was your theory?
Going back.
So as I was listening to her interview, and I hear her keep saying over and over again, y'all want me to be the bad guy. You want me to be the bad guy. And I came in the game humble. I came in bigging up Remy Ma and Foxy. And I think she even mentioned Kim.
She did.
And she's like, I came in mentioning these names, but yet they didn't show me the same respect going back. And the new females don't show me the respect that I deserve, or I think I deserve. And she said, y'all want me to be the bad guy. Y'all is not referring to the barbs and the fans and the casual fans. I think she's talking about the Queen Latifahs, the MC Lights, and all those women that came before her, because they have a certain level of authenticity to them. And she didn't come in the game like that.
Who did, Nicki?
Yeah, when I come up DVDs, and let's hear me out real quick. She's wearing jeans and Timbs, and she's rapping, and she's doing. Remember, she did the warning over. Everybody loved her. Then she goes on Ellen. She gets a couple of #1 hits. Now she's doing this Roman voice. She's wearing like this leopard print and the Bride of Frankenstein hair, and she's playing the game to get money. And I'm not mad at it. Get your money. You've been here for 10 years.
Yeah.
Cardi comes. Cardi's teeth is all jacked up. I'm a stripper. This is me through and through. I'm not writing my rhymes, but I'm going to spit it like I wrote it, and y'all still going to love me. You go back to Summer Jam when Remy Ma takes out all the old school females, right? And it's basically like a bashment on Nicki. It's like, you know what I mean? I think she feels a certain type of way. Her pride is hurt.
All right.
Because in Clue, she goes, what, a year and a half ago? That's around the same time. She said, I started smoking weed. Her pride, she's hurt.
I'm rolling with the pride theory. I do think that she came in humble. I do think, I don't, and again, this is very surface level. The only person that I think maybe did not show her the same amount of respect was Lil' Kim. Nicki is quoted, and she has time and time again bigged those artists up. I don't really fault her for the Roman's Revenge record towards with Kim and all that.
Well,
I don't fault her. I think that was in defense.
I'm not faulting her. I'm
not saying you are. I'm just saying I don't fault her. I feel like that was more defense wise versus her acting out. I think also though. I also think, if I'm being honest, I think it's a stretch to say that people are training new artists, because the only new artist that you can really think about right now is Cardi.
Yeah.
You can't think about anybody else. So let's call a spade a spade. You think that Cardi was trained to go against you. I don't think that was the case.
Yeah.
I'm not rolling with that theory.
Yeah, I also don't think it's the case either. Like, I mean, let's be clear. Like, Nicki, hands down, in terms of women rappers right now, has one of the best penmanship. Like, she does. We're not going to take that away from her. But we also are not going to take away the fact that Cardi B organically built her following.
Yeah.
Cardi didn't need Atlantic. Yeah. Atlantic needed Cardi. Cardi didn't need Love and Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop needed Cardi.
Yeah.
Like, Cardi, how she came to the game, it's not common.
Yeah.
It's not a common thing. So you can't really like go off of the typical talking points when it comes to labels bringing it up, social media influencers in the same capacity, because Cardi is in her own lane that I haven't really seen any social media person go in that lane specifically. And then also another thing is like, I do think that I do agree. Some of the flack that Nicki's getting is based off of double standards, and I understand that. And I think that also with her changing and how some people maybe not think that she's authentic because she changed certain things. I mean, like I said, that goes back to double standards. Like, I've had media people come and tell me that like I have to look a certain way in order to do work with them. Like it's real. That shit is real.
But I'm not mad at her for doing it, because when I see her go from the Timbs to the Bride of Frankenstein hair, my head is like, oh, that's Madonna.
Yeah.
Madonna's switching it up all the time.
Yep.
And in my opinion, Cyndi Lauper will wash Madonna with the pen. Madonna's get her the fuck up out of here. And I think just when I'm listening to the interviews, it's like, damn, I can see, Nika's hurt.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, she definitely is.
She's hurt because she's like, damn, son, like, I've been here for 10 years. I'm worth $75 million.
Yeah.
I paved the way for a lot of people. And y'all show her more love, who came after me, than y'all do me.
Well,
This is the other thing, too, though. When you on top, that's what happens.
Like, yeah, she said Jay brought that up to her.
Yeah, you're the goal.
Yeah.
You wanted that top spot. You wanted to be the top female artist, and you got it.
Heavy as the head.
Heavy is the head. Facts. You got what you wanted. Now you got to defend it. You are the heavyweight champion of the world. Guess what? Them title bouts are coming.
You gonna get that?
People are coming to knock you off the block.
Yeah.
You gotta man up.
You gonna get the best every night.
And that's my only thing why I guess I'm frustrated with Nicki because she don't have to do a lot of the shit that she is doing.
Yeah,
she don't have to. She's 10 years in the game.
Yeah, like one of those things is like people are still saying that that a guy wrote her lines. And she's been saying that, but it's like at a point like you can't change everyone's minds. You can't. You said that you have been writing your own lines. You don't allow anyone to. You didn't even allow Meek Mill to look at your own verses. So you said that already. You don't have to keep saying it because sadly, you're not going to be able to change everyone's mind, especially as a woman. You're not going to change certain men's minds when it comes to this game because there are stereotypes, there are double standards. We all know. Like, for example, when she said that people thought that when she had certain men around her or like that she may be sleeping her way to the top or something, that's what we all go through. I've had someone say that I slept with, I wanted to have sex with one of our guests. Yeah. But you can't fight every single battle, and that's the problem she's having now. She's trying to fight every single battle. Yeah. And some people, you're never going to change their mind. And they take pride out of seeing you quiver and seeing you feeling down, which she is showing that. Yeah, and they're going to keep hitting you. Whether you have Queen Radio to bully them back, whether you do certain things. If you're on the top, like they say, being at the top is lonely. You better be prepared for some punches. And if you're lonely, you're feeling a type of way, maybe you need to change the people who are on your team or around you who maybe they're not uplifting you enough. Maybe you need to look at your team and think, maybe I got to switch this shit up.
Yeah, I agree. I just think that when you're 10 years in the game, sold the amount of records that you've sold, you've done things that people can't even imagine. You've clearly reached heights that Cardi hasn't even reached yet. You shouldn't have this emotional chink in your armor right now. While it is hurtful, I guess, in the term, because you see the shift and the pendulum is swinging a different way. Yeah. You still should understand that you are the goal.
Yeah, you're the standard.
You're the standard. You set the standard. No one's following it. You are setting it. Yeah. Period. And I just want her to move accordingly like that. But I just want her to move like that.
If she listens to Hove like she says she does, remember when Hove was going at Cam, right? Cam was like, "Yo, we shoot shots at your open toe sandals or whatever," and Hove goes, "I can't hear you from the G5."
Yeah,
like that line right there. Let's let you know what he. I can't hear you all the way up there, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta move a certain way. Beyonce would never.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and obviously two different artistries, two different brands.
Queens nonetheless.
Act accordingly, my nigga. Act accordingly. You don't need to do all of this. Make records. Stay with your brand and do what you need to do. Don't get caught up into the bullshit.
I think one of the things that like we keep saying for her to do is capitalize on that woman empowerment. Show people that they're wrong by your actions. And I think a lot of times when it comes to these interviews, like she said, like I said, I agree with some of the stuff that she said, especially when it comes to these standards that men put on women, and especially how sometimes media was purposely attacking her for certain things. Like, I agree. There are some people who are paid to troll. There are. But I think with her, it's like, if they're trolling you on something that you know you can change, then go and change that. Yeah. You can still right your wrongs or right whatever people say is your wrongs by making the right decisions, like inviting all of the women rappers to her Queen Radio show, or maybe she could have even done a freestyle battle on her Queen Radio. Be like, all right, personal side, let's battle, and then do it there. Like, do something that adds value to your platform and adds value to you, but then also is a way for you to help dispel certain people. Like, at the end of the day, like Flex said, he still felt like in his own words, he felt like other people still wrote her bars until he heard Barbie Dreams.
Yeah.
He even said that. So if man... I know, but I'm just saying there are people
Once Flex said that, it's like, come on, Flex.
But there are people that still feel that way.
Yeah, they do.
So you can't, like I said before, you can't change that. But what you can do is take the platforms you have, address what you need to address once. Whether it's with Meek, whether it's with Safari, address it once, and then find a message and stick with that message. Whether it's you talking about the double standards and how women should move and how you're working with other women, or you're trying to talk to other women about how they can maneuver and this, that. Like, if you see that this is an issue within the industry, you can use your platform to fix that issue.
Yeah.
But if you're contradicting yourself, like talking about positive stuff, and then you quickly switch into gossipy stuff, which is kind of what happened at the Genius interview.
It looks messy.
It looks messy, and it messes things up a little bit.
I agree. You know, I guess we'll see how this plays out. And here's a jewel, Nicki. If you're smart, you should utilize that Queen radio better. I would have Cardi up there.
Young M.A.
I would have a conversation. I would have a
and
bunch
Young
of
M.A.
up and coming artists
too.
that you supposedly don't support or don't fuck with. This is your chance to change that narrative. So
She should have had a song with Young M.A. and Cardi.
yeah, like if you're smart, bring them under the wing. Like this is easy. This is easy. But again, it could go back to your point. Maybe her team. You got to move some of those pieces out.
Yeah.
Because somebody's not giving her the right direction, not giving her the right advice.
And before you end it, she needs to. If you're at the top and you're a queen, take the Oprah route. Bring people up. Have them succeed, and then it brings you not only more money, it brings you more notability and credibility. Oprah got to a point, and she said, "You know what? I'm gonna put other people on.
Bosses
and look
make
what she's
other
doing.
bosses."
Exactly.
100%.
Queens can make other queens.
Facts.
Beyonce's trying to do that with Chloe and Halle. And she's trying to do that with other, and she's been helping other. She's been helping other people too. Even with like, I know she kind of helped with that situation with the black photographer with one of the cover shoots. Be that.
Yeah, word. She could have put a lot of people on. Come to think about it,
There's a few, but
no, I mean not just females. Like
just people in general.
People in general.
People in general. She's in the
eat.
position. Yeah, she's in the position.
Yeah.
So hopefully that happens. I still have hope. I don't think that she's that far gone.
We feel your pains, but you gotta move a little bit differently.
Move a little different.
Nika, get some of them people away from you.
So I guess segueing a little bit. Jeremiah said that Nicki, that Tiana was mad about some chicken wings on tour.
I would.
I'm just telling you. That's what I said.
Don't eat my wings.
That's what I
nigga.
said. If that's what the beef is over on this tour, and you took an extra chicken wing when you wasn't supposed to, I'm fighting. I want my chicken wings.
That chicken wing was the last straw. I was like,
yeah,
hold on,
yeah,
this
that
nigga
definitely
did what?
was.
I'm gonna talk to this nigga.
Like, I'm just rolling with what Jeremiah said, but this is another messy one. I don't know what's happening here.
Yo, she literally took.
She took her ball home.
She took a whole of that tour and said, "Nah, it's my tour now." Boss.
I thought that was fire. I got that upset. That fucking.
That's
update.
a queen move right there.
And I said, "Yeah, checkmate, bitches. Got you right up on out of here."
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Yeah. So for people who don't know, essentially the remaining dates of the tour, Later That Night tour, she will keep honoring it except for the Toronto tour, which has been repackaged for another week. Jeremiah hopped on Twitter and broke his silence, saying, "While I'm extremely pissed about the disrespectful comments and name-calling that has been made, I hold no resentment or vengeance in my heart. I am more disappointed for our He made that caps.
He made
our
that hour.
fans. Nonetheless, I must move forward. But I wish Tiana and Danny nothing but the best." Tiana the whole time said, "Fuck out of here with that apology."
Yeah.
Iman Shumpert came and said, "You don't want to catch these hands."
He doesn't.
Boy.
He doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't.
No, he definitely does that one.
He doesn't.
And then she went on, basically saying like, this is now keep the same energy on else. I probably talked about it, but else VI tour. Huh?
Danny Lee was with Tiana.
She was opening for the tour previously,
Yeah.
but she's still going to be opening for Tiana's.
Yeah.
Jeremiah,
Women stick together.
That's crazy.
Jeremiah, you'll get your Otis Renan ass out of there.
I can't say that. I can't say that because again, Jeremiah he revealed a lot in his little clips. I didn't know that he wrote or helped to write Keep That Same Energy.
But at the end of the day, man, I ain't got nothing but love for her. Actually, love her album. We helped her write it, which is even more fucked up. So it's kind of like, I don't think if she take all that in consideration, even a boss man, like, I fuck with Ye, but we helped him. It's like, I think right now, I don't know if she on a high horse or she was on a rocket, but I just didn't like a lot of shit she said yesterday.
Okay.
I didn't know that he was intricate in her creative process.
Nobody came to see you.
What I'm saying is that goes against the statement that Tiana says of, yo, you ain't done shit. Like, you haven't helped not one bit. That goes against it.
That's as he said, she said now. Because I wasn't in that studio.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna make that statement. I
gotta save face. I gotta save face.
I don't know.
But do you think Kanye told her that he did? Because she didn't know various things about her own project.
Well, that's true too. So
do you think like Kanye didn't tell her?
She probably looked at the phone like, wait, what? You wrote what? Hey, check this out. Is this shit true?
But we said it before. You need to get away from good music.
Yeah.
Go to Minnesota. Go to Jimmy Jam.
Yeah, but if she goes away from good music, will she still be relevant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think?
She's talented.
Who specifically would she be relevant with?
She's super talented. She on her own.
If I'm her, I would rebrand. She's so multi-talented that she's still a new artist. Even though she's not new, she's still really looked at as a new artist. She could very well be on the freshman cover next year.
Yeah.
That's how new. That's
Jimmy Jam.
That's how new she is. Even though she's a seasoned artist, she could still break out and become a new artist outside of that brand. But if I'm her, I would be really pissed off if she found out, just like we found out, that this nigga wrote them records. I would be hot.
Yeah, and I would be pissed too for her claims of being mistreated and everything, especially like when she fell. I know our videographer Britt was there. Britt, do you wanna tell the story a little bit? Do you wanna
Enlighten us, Britt.
This is Wilson 2.0.
Facts. So I didn't even know it was Jeremiah's tour. Number one. I'm gonna be honest. At the end of Tiana's performance, a girl said to me like, "Did Jeremiah perform?" And I was like, "No, that's the end of the show. I think he came late or something." I leave and then Jeremiah's on stage. I'm like, "What the fuck?" But anyways, so it was like the dancers came out. Tiana was like 5 seconds into busting her moves, and next thing you know, she fell. And like she said, she did get up pretty quick though. I realized because I couldn't hear her singing anymore. I just heard, like, cause I'm recording, so until I looked back at the footage, I seen it. But like in the moment, I didn't see it. I just heard her not singing anymore, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? And then I see a couple of security guards go get her, and then she was back to normal. But she did fall though.
Nobody came to see Jeremiah.
Now, do we think he put the banana on the floor?
No.
That's what it was alleged. I'm just telling you what the street said. I didn't make this up.
I feel like she's not I don't know, but like I feel like she's the type. One, she's a New Yorker. So if there's some BS shit, she gonna be like, yo, this is BS. Yeah. And I haven't really seen her flip out in a very, very rational manner. I don't think I have seen.
Let me
Has
think.
there been a time where she really, really flipped out in a very irrational manner?
Like this?
No.
No. I'm gonna go on a limb and say no.
So if somebody did that to my wife and put the banana on the stage, if I'm Iman, I'm
he said something, so.
Well, yeah, he definitely said something, but that's what allegedly happened is that,
he gonna get
they
these
were
hands.
involved in her slippage on the stage
and malfunction issues,
sound
issues and stuff like that.
Every night he was sounding like Michael Jackson and she was sounding like Tito.
What song has Jeremiah put out?
Recently?
Well, let's be clear. Jeremiah got hits. He got hit records.
I said recent. What have you done for me lately?
No, he did just put it. No. I gotta stand up for Jeremiah. I got to. Hold on.
It better be a top 20.
When he screamed, who wants to hear new music or old music? Everyone screamed old music.
Thank you, Britt.
So Britt said that when, just to clarify, because they may not be able to hear her, she said basically that when people asked if they want to hear old or new music, everyone said old.
Hold on, let me go to my playlist.
He got a new song called Light, or The Light, excuse me.
Yo, he has a few dope records. Hold on, I'm just trying to get to my playlist.
I didn't say he doesn't have dope records. I said, what has he put out recently that's been bumping?
Ready? It's a new songs called The Light, The Chocolate Box, Forever I'm Ready, What You Think. These are all singles. Then obviously he has 2017, which is Physical, Neither Do I, Here Comes the Sun, No Good For Me.
And he's been featured on damn near every project. He's on Dawson's Break with Todd Dolla $ign. He's on what else? What's another record he's on? He's on a few records.
Does he have another birthday sex?
Forever I'm Ready. No, Forever I'm Ready is a hard record. He's got records.
So why do you think that he's not in the limelight attention as much as he was before?
Well, it's like it's one of those classic cases. I think it could be where you have somebody so talented as him, but he just may not be connecting.
Do you think that Ty Dolla $ign slipped into his spot?
No, I think Ty Dolla $ign. Well, wait, hold on.
No, because Ty is more of a
but no, Ty is
let's put him in a category
Ty's
with
different.
Nate.
Yeah, like Ty slips into Nate Dogg, slips into Warren G's realm of features. Jeremiah really is a standalone artist and can create really, really dope records. Mm-hmm. I just don't think that he's yet to connect with the masses.
Yeah.
And it could be one of two things. It could be marketing. It could be deployment of the projects, not enough awareness. It could be
behind business shit that no one really knows about.
It could be business shit as well. It could be a number of things.
Music industry shady as hell.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of industries are shady as hell.
Shit, you let a Berg or a Hitmaker tell it he's got records upon records, and I've heard a lot of the records that Jeremiah has that are really, really dope ass records. But it's just like, where are the records? Like, why are we just getting these one offs? So maybe they could be strategizing, they could be playing, they could be doing a number of things that to try to clean up or try to.
But this situation
get him back
help.
out.
Yeah, this situation doesn't help because you're in Tiana's shadow. So I don't doubt that he probably does have hits.
Yeah,
can sing his ass off.
Oh yeah, we don't get it twisted. Jeremiah has had
you'll never hear me say that Jeremiah has not had hits and or does not have hits now.
However,
even the records that he put out, I feel like they're hits. I just think it's something that's missing where it's not connecting.
It's just not connecting with the younger demographic.
But them records,
he's in Tiana's shadow.
Yo, those younger demographics, they're like, yo, fuck bitches, suck my dick.
Yeah, but even that,
booty,
Jeremiah be talking that shit on these records.
But they wanted to be from someone who slurred on like lean and shit.
I don't know.
Not someone who was openly conscious and like
that hit make a formula between taking old ass samples and putting Jeremiah on it. I think it's a classic combination, a perfect combination. Something that I can't figure it out. There's some element that is missing where it's just not getting that effect. And it could very well just be that they're just putting these records out because they have an abundance of other records and they're just putting it out to stay relevant, which is what artists do. And it could also be that there's no brown paper bag in back of it to push it and do what it needs to do. There's a number of reasons why this could be the case.
That's why you stay on the feature roll.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's several artists who haven't dropped a project recently that are just on a feature role. Like I know Kehlani's been on a feature role.
Yeah.
Ty Dolla $ign, well, he had a project, but Ty Dolla $ign's been on a big feature role recently.
It's the Lil Wayne formula.
Jeremiah,
Wayne again. When he couldn't put out nothing, he was on everything.
Nicki was on a feature role.
Nicki was on a feature role.
On that too.
Like artists do this all the time. This ain't new. So he could be gearing up for something big, which I think he is. It's just a matter of when we get it.
Oh well, I wish him luck. I wish that young man luck.
Nas is waiting. Nas says, "Send me the music."
I wish him luck. I wish him much success.
You're not rolling, huh?
Listen, I mean, I'm just saying, in this particular situation, you're behind Miss Taylor, dog.
One could play devil's advocate that they're even.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Well,
I could say that Jeremiah has more hits than Tiana Taylor.
Well, yeah, from a hit standpoint, but I mean, in terms of media attention, we can say that the reason why Tiana has a lot of media attention now is because of this 7-track concept rollout that happened. And you can even go as far back as saying her relevancy increased even more because of Fade.
Yeah.
And she has her own TV show.
But didn't the TV show happen after?
On BET.
Yeah, TV show happened after Kanye's song, though.
Yeah, but she has a TV show on BET, though.
But what I'm saying is, with all of that, when you talk about just holistically, both of them, putting them, even though, what I will say, putting them together to me is a weird fucking...
That's a weird mix.
It's a weird mix. I don't know who planned that, but... Dunce cap goes to you.
I like Danny opening though.
Yeah, that's not. I'm not mad at Danny opening. I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying putting those two artists together. It's just a weird match. But if you're gonna do it like they did, cool. I think it stardom wise, it's a relatively even pairing. Does Tiana have the edge on him? Yeah, she does.
Right
but
now.
But if we're talking about records, He got records.
Yeah, he did.
I'm pretty sure he does.
Records. He's got records. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't take that from him.
Yo, outside this conversation, Danny, she's dope.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
She's a dope artist.
Like,
I just like her personality. I see her on Instagram. She's dope as hell.
she's going to go.
Yeah. She's going to move weight.
She's going to go. She's going to go.
Hope she's taking acting classes.
Well, yeah, but even with all of this shit that's happening between Tiana and Jeremiah, it does help her.
Yo, she's the winner out of the situation.
Yeah, she's the real MVP out of this whole situation because it definitely brought some more attention to her, if not raised or elevated her.
But then again, it's gonna be a matter of time because an industry person put her on our radar months ago.
Yeah.
And now, people are starting to really catch on the wind of her and say, yo, she's fucking dope.
Yeah.
Baby.
Are y'all hyped about Prince? His estate is releasing his albums streaming wise. How we feeling?
I'm a Prince fan. I'm
You
going
know
to
what?
pay for Prince every chance I get, man. Big up Prince. I don't mean his family's. I don't know what they're doing with his music though and his estate.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with this estate.
Didn't they try to sell it?
Yeah, and I feel like just certain things are just priceless. Like certain things are just priceless.
Yeah.
I don't want new Prince music released. I feel like when you do that and the artist is not alive to give real live input, how they would want it to be projected to the fans, how it's distributed, the concepts. There's so many intricacies, especially when you talk about an artist like Prince.
Yeah.
You run the risk of tainting his legacy musically. How you know he want them fucking records out?
But that's the same thing with Michael Jackson.
Same
He's
thing.
The highest selling artist who's dead.
Same thing. It's certain shit that I just feel like you shouldn't touch just because you don't know what the artist's intentions was it for. Maybe they were reference records. Maybe they were personal records that he wanted to just get off his chest that was supposed to be locked in the vault. You wasn't supposed to go in the vault and release it.
Well, the good thing, though, is they're only releasing from, 1995 to 2010. So some of his classics are untouched, which I'm okay with. Like, Purple Rain's going to be untouched.
Yeah.
I'm kind of selfish, though, because I want to jam out to all his music. But that's just me being selfish. Listen, I will admit, I am selfish as hell when it comes to that. But with this situation, I think it's kind of a catch-22 because, like what you said, when it comes to artists, and especially artists like Prince, who was very critical about everything when it came to his music, it's kind of messed up that you're releasing music and you're remastering things and putting things out without his approval. But on top of it, there are some young fan bases that don't even know who Prince is. They don't really know that much about him. And I would want for his legacy to continue forward.
If they don't know who Wu-Tang is, they don't know who Prince is, man.
And that's what I'm saying. Like Prince.
Some of them, they don't listen to him.
Prince, man, oh my gosh. That dude was so... I listen to some of his old stuff now, like Seven and How Come You Don't Call...
He's a true genius.
He's
in
like
the art
above
of
Kanye.
Like
music
he's
genius.
something. Yeah, he's. To me, they're two different.
They better call his estate...
Well, no, I'm just making that very clear.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I'm rolling.
His estate better call Lisa and Wendy.
Yeah,
and find out how he wanted that music to be done.
That's
Do you wonder if
saying,
she's part of the estate? Because they were really close.
I don't know. They
Lisa
were
and
close.
Wendy?
Lisa.
Nah, she's not. I think his sister.
His sister and
his sister controls everything.
Yeah.
His sister does everything.
And I don't think that they had a good relationship. No.
Nah, I think towards the end they did.
Yeah.
But even still, Prince kept his music like
sacred.
Yeah.
I was at Paisley Park all the time.
So I'm not too happy about it. Plus, I already bought all of Prince shit. Don't try to get on the wagon now. Don't try to I'm trying to keep Prince for myself. Don't try to get on the wave now. And
but one thing that we definitely should highlight was Prince was one of the first artists to really utilize the internet for his music. Remember his subscription service? What was it called? Like MPG or something like that? Let me check. I have my notes. Oh yeah, MPG Music Club. Yep.
Yeah.
He was to tell you, own your masters, own your publishing. He used to tell people that all the time.
That hence him trying to change his name and do all this shit because he couldn't just maneuver in the music business. So.
He used to say like, "Yo, this is our culture.
Yeah,
don't let them dictate our culture."
So you can say he's one of the early freedom fighters that really started to kind of shed light on what was happening in the music industry and how artists were being, manipulated every day. Even though you hear those stories all the time, but I think. Just for me, like as I get older and now that I know the music business way more than what I did when I was coming up on Prince, it's like, damn, he'd been talking about this for years, and
people just need to listen.
Yeah, you just now are getting it. Like it's so much that he's been saying from the longest with all of these interviews with Barbara Walters and all these things where, like I remember even the first interview he did where he changed his name and then he broke down why he did it, and I was just like, yo, that's fucking smart.
That's crazy though that, someone like him was so vocal, and even like on his later state, Jay-Z has been very vocal about things in the industry too. But it's like certain people, I wouldn't say all, but a majority of people still do not, like you have people who've been in that position and they're telling you what goes on. Yeah. And you don't listen.
You know why? Because if I'm a record label, and it's 5 cats that are hungry, and then all 5 of them, their music bangs. So, dog, you gonna sign this deal, this 5-6 album deal. I'm gonna take points off your album, and now the new deals, when you perform, I'm gonna get money off of that. If 4 of them say no, somebody's gonna say yeah.
Yeah, but that's the dumb shit when it comes to artists. Like there's too much that keeps happening year after year where you hear these horror stories from big artists. You hear them come out and get and it's very telling when artists are going to their label like saying, "Yo, drop me from this shit. Let me go. You can keep all of my music. I don't give a fuck about none of it. Let me go with my name." Like it's very telling. You hear that time and time again.
But you can hear that, but I still got to go home and try to scrounge up some food.
True, but you should.
It's so much easier in this day and age when it comes to music. Like, and another thing too, like a lot of artists don't, especially in the beginning stages, and that's partially like their team not informing them. You have to develop multiple revenue streams and you can't rely solely on just your music. You can't. You need to figure out how you can get into the tech space, how you can get into different spaces. Get into the marijuana industry now because the pharmaceutical companies are trying to kick everyone out the way for that. Like there are things that you have to develop, and that's why some artists are able to feed off of being their own entity because they understand that, first of all, music isn't forever. It's a young people game. That's what music is. And 2, you can't rely heavily on these record labels to do everything. They are just banks. They loan you money, but they expect that money back. If you can find a way to do things on a low budget cost, and you can figure out how to do things all on your own, you don't need a label. You can borrow them for something small and still be profitable and be okay. My thing is like you hear these stories over and over and over again. When is it going to take for someone to be like, you know what, I'm not going to follow that path?
Shout out to Nipsey Hussle.
Yes. He him and Currency. They're the ones that are really like paving their own way.
And artists should really go indie. Like if they're smart, especially with all the shit that's happening with Spotify and all of these things that are happening behind the scenes, they should really be considering going. But again, that's the problem with the culture though. A lot of the artists are so young that they don't have business hats on. They're not business savvy.
Because you don't want to go under the wing of somebody. A lot of these dudes, I'm my own OG. I'm my own old head.
You think so?
Slim Thug was a millionaire before his first album dropped.
Yeah.
But people don't say, "Oh, that's Slim Thug. I ain't rocking with Slim Thug." It's like, dog, listen to what he's saying.
He was good. He was already telling you what it was.
Nipsey, E40. E40 was. He's the one that really started that independent.
You okay for E40, man?
Because you know why?
You will throw an E40 in, boy.
You know why? Because he laid the groundwork for a lot of independent stuff. Master P.
Yes.
I'm rolling
with that.
But these cats, I'm my own OG. I'm too tough, I know.
Well, also remember too, some of these artists come from low income families in really poor areas. So when they see money, it's like, oh my gosh, my life's changing. Some of them signing these deals also to take care of their family. So it's like So are the labels are
taking
advantage of some of these acts.
As you do in business.
Of course you're gonna take advantage, but you gotta be smarter. Sometimes not taking the check now, although you may struggle a little bit, it's gonna be way better than later on when then they come to you and you're the one that can pick what you want to do or not.
Hold on for the bag.
And there's so many tools out there too. Like there's one artist, Brent Faiyaz. I'm probably butcher his last name, but whatever. His camp utilize like Spotify and the analytics on Spotify to sell out his shows. There's information already out there that artists can utilize to build up their fan base, to make more money. They just, one, don't know how to, and two, don't take the time to learn. Yeah. Like, where's my fan base? I don't know where my fans are. Yo, you got Spotify, you got SoundCloud, you got social media. That information is right there. Yeah. You don't need to go spend money or take a loan from a label to figure that out. You can see that for yourself. Yeah. It takes a slower build, but the same way that we're building our podcast, we determined, like, he can attest, we spent like weeks doing audience profiling for our podcast to determine things like the age, the gender, what other podcasts they listen to, like all this information to help us build our content more. It's literally this concept of audience profiling and understanding where your audience is from. This is what companies pay other companies and sometimes advertising companies to do, but that information is there.
But you can't do any of that stuff if you're drinking lean and doing perks and Xannies.
That's true.
You can't. You can't do any of that.
They got to solve for that problem first.
Solve for that X.
Yeah, word.
Then you can move on to Y.
Well, hip hop ain't gonna solve that.
Yeah,
that's like y'all need mental health, better mental health systems and stuff like that. Because a lot of them do. I mean, we've seen in interviews before. A lot of them have they talk about their issues in subtle ways, and like sometimes some of these artists cry out for help. The problem is they don't have anyone in their camp that wants to help them, and it kind of goes back to what the Leon said in that interview when they were addressing about the drugs and stuff like that.
It's the same shit.
It's the same shit.
It's the same shit. It's no difference. So.
Or sorry, Leor.
Let
me correct that.
My man Leo, talent.
Yeah. I put two names together. That's what I did.
My
man,
I'm taking talent.
And nigga said I got mouths to feed.
I would have did the same thing. I'm gonna tell you
it's business at the end of the day.
It's business.
Stay off of that shit, but sign right here.
Oh man. Well, segueing. Do we think that Omarosa is gonna be able to get Trump the fuck out of here?
No.
She may,
she's not
bang up the shield a little bit, but I don't know. Like, it's
so for those that don't know, Trump and Omarosa, they've had a falling out.
He stopped beating them cheeks. He stopped beating them cheeks.
Oh my gosh,
that's nasty.
She had one of the highest paying positions in the White House.
He was clapping him. I don't care when GW had Condi. Yeah. Think about it. Barry kept his on the low.
Listen, man.
Bill had his.
All I know is she talking about releasing audio
over 200 tapes.
200 tapes of him using the word nigger over
she's gonna
racial slurs,
but she's
all
gonna
types of crazy
hella
shit. Trouble
because in the Situation Room, you're not supposed to have any electronics.
Yeah. Well, this is okay. So what's happening right now is they're filing for arbitration. And basically, like, arbitration is a little bit different than, like, what we're used to in terms of, like, lawsuits. It's like you go into a room, and usually it's set up with, like, 3 judges or 3 people that are able to fit into that position. And then it's not like a situation where you can appeal. It's just like they look at the information, and it's a quiet sit down. So it's outside people are going to know about it. It's only people within that conversation. So they're doing it because of the information that she revealed pertaining to the campaign. Yeah. So this was like before stuff. So she could get into trouble with that. But the really bad thing is she may put herself as a scapegoat just to get back at him, but not for the intentions that we think.
Yeah,
because she got let go.
Yeah, it's because he stopped.
And like but the crazy thing is, a lot of the information she put out so far, media was able to back up and be like, she was actually correct with this.
Yeah.
Well, that's what
So
happens
that's like,
when you do a lot of pillow.
it's about to go down.
When you do a lot of pillow talk, you get a lot of information.
Well, that's the other thing. And I think one of Trump's daughters tried to offer her hush money.
$15,000 a month
his daughter-in-law.
for basically playing nice. She talked
Yeah.
about Donald Trump Jr. and how like his infidelity, like Donald Trump is part of the reason why he cheated on his wife with O'Day, and that at the end he basically told Trump Jr. like, this is not good for us, this is not good for everything. So then he dropped her, now he's with a Fox News host or someone in that capacity, and basically like she's like, Donald Trump Jr. is in this sad tale of always trying to appease his father but never can.
Yeah.
So that's why he's doing this. That's why he's doing. That's why she said that's why he's doing like he's being a big MAGA right now, because he's trying to win the affection of his father, who she allegedly says like doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
What else was there?
He doesn't.
The N-word thing. There was a lot of stuff that she put out.
She's about to air him out.
But hold on. Let's take a step back real quick. You've been by Donnie's side since 03. That's how long you've been by us, 15 years. You said that you grew up in a poor neighborhood, your brother was shot, your father was shot. Okay, heard the hood story. You looked at Donnie as somebody to aspire to be like. He was a billionaire. You heard him drop the N-word back then during The Apprentice. You said, I'm going to stick by.
Yeah.
Then fast forward a couple of years, you probably dropped the N-word again. I'm going to stick by.
Yeah.
You heard him talk about Barry and his, he's from Ghana, he's a secret Muslim, I'm going to stick by you. He gets in the White House, he puts you on. Now, he don't want to mess with you no more. He said, kick rocks. Well, I did press him about this, and I did press him. No,
I'm not rolling.
Come on
Yeah.
now.
I'm not
No,
rolling.
you didn't.
She can't come back home now. It's over.
That's what she's trying to.
It's over.
No,
I've
it's been
always
long
been.
gone.
Yeah.
I've always been black. No,
Yeah.
you were down with the African American
Yeah, no.
society.
Yeah,
you
no.
You went
No.
with the black side society.
I
union.
have no. I'm not sympathetic to her situation
No.
whatsoever.
I'm not.
You had a chance to check him. You had a chance to make things right, and you didn't. Now, because shit is not in your favor, now you want to fight for the American people.
I can't lie,
Now
though.
you want to care about.
Yeah, you like Mace. You making secret songs.
Yeah, like
Yo,
come
I
on.
can't lie though. I'm cool with what she's doing, because if she goes down in a very hard manner. I ain't gonna be all that sad. So
Yeah.
if she wants to be the scapegoat and be the one that tries to bring him down, go ahead. I ain't stopping you, because if shit goes south, I'm cool. I'm
Well,
all right.
That's true too. In that stance, let them both fucking burn.
She's
Fuck
like,
it.
she's like the Hunchback from 300.
Yeah,
Remember the
yeah.
Hunchback when he sold out the crew, showing
Yeah.
the pathway into the 3. And then he's like, I saw
All of them burn. All of them.
Go ahead,
burn.
man.
Fuck it.
Yo, it's crazy though, because it's like, fucking someone better make a reality TV show, like, actually of this. Of course, there's like shows that are like, House of Cards, that there's some similarities and shit like that, but they really need to like make something after.
24. The show 24 is based on the United States. I'm telling you, Kiefer Sutherland.
I want to know how he used the N-word though. Like if he's sitting around the table and so he says, why are these
When he
niggas?
said grab him by a pussy.
It's like, no, but like, is he
in a
talking
very
like,
casual manner.
like, why are these niggas wilding?
Oh my god.
He probably sat back like, yo, you see these niggas, man? They out here killing me online and shit. Like, fuck, man.
Yeah. Like I want to know, 'cause he did grab him by the pussy was kind of easy for him to say. Like when I'm a billionaire, you could just grab him by the pussy.
Yo, did you guys see what she was talking about with Melania? That basically, like, Omarosa was inferring that that if Melania divorced him during the campaign or left him during the campaign, or I think even potentially the presidency, that one I'm not quite sure, but that he would fuck up her green card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you be seeing her all upset and sad. That makes sense.
That's why she slapped his hand away when he was trying to get the fuck
Yeah,
out of
I
here.
don't know if they verified that, the media verified that or not, but that makes complete sense why we see her like looking very sad all the time, because she's stuck.
Listen,
She wasn't supposed to be in the White House.
That's
She's
what I'm
like,
about
yo,
to say.
fam.
She's a prisoner too, just like us right now. She is a prisoner. She's not happy. My nigga, she's trying to find a way out just like we are.
She would probably much rather be hanging out with Kim K and Kanye. She was like, oh, they coming over? Great.
And quiet is kept. I do think once Trump's presidency is over,
She's
that
out.
She's out. and I think we're gonna hear more of her story.
Yeah.
We ain't heard about Ivanka yet. Melania. I'm sorry. We haven't heard about her yet.
We always hear about Ivanka.
Yeah, we haven't heard about her yet, and we don't know what her intentions are because you can clearly see that there's tension between them.
Yo, she dead ass is the kind of woman who would lace a cigar with cyanide or something.
Yeah.
She looks around and goes, "Dog, I was supposed to marry this old dude, chill out in New York and L.A." Get some money, divorce him. I got a kid already. I got the bag.
I got the bag already.
I got the bag.
I'm in this shit. I didn't put on.
I didn't sign up for this shit.
Lunches and shit. Figure out initiatives for poor people. What the fuck, man? I love the poor.
She like, yo, they got me stealing fucking speeches and shit, fucking shit up. Got me out here looking crazy.
The only black people she knows is Nigerian kids that come over for the university in whatever country she's from.
I was like, I ain't made for this life. Fuck out of here.
I just wanted to get some Chanel purses. That's something.
She's like, man, all I thought I would do is just, occasionally suck that wrinkly old dick and just be on my way, man.
And now
that's
look where
it.
we are.
That's it.
Now I'm in the White House. I didn't want to be in the White House. I wanted to stay in Manhattan. They told me I couldn't stay there.
Can't even live in these streets no more. Fucked up.
Yo, that's your shit. She's slapping that dude saying.
But on another note, someone who has been very socially active and has been the queen of soul, we have to give tribute to Aretha Franklin.
Definitely.
Definitely have to.
76 is young too.
Very young. She died from pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, cancer
that's the cancer you don't even know you got till you got it.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
It's too late.
But honestly, with her at least, how sometimes we don't give legacies or people who are legacies their flowers until they pass. I think we did for her.
Oh no, yeah.
We definitely did.
Definitely.
And she was such a trailblazer. She was such a trailblazer for women, for the black community, for music. You can like we talked about before. She's one of those artists that you can find influences later on.
Across the board.
She also was very much into doing anthems and stuff for sporting events, and we all know how she was socially active. Like her father did a lot of social activists, especially in Detroit, and was she even sang song at Martin Luther King Jr.'s funeral, and Angela Davis that she was bailing out.
I would have to check, but don't surprise me though.
Yeah,
I think it was Angela Davis that she was saying.
She's one of those once in a lifetime type of artists that again it's rare when you see that.
Angela Davis, free all political prisoners.
Yeah, man, for real. It's crazy though because I feel like it came so fast. It was like 1 minute she was good, came home and they said that she was resting and everything was okay, and she was resting comfortably.
Sweet potato pies will get you.
Even though that's a clear indication once you start talking that she's resting comfortably and all that stuff.
That's the only thing they could do, man.
I was making her comfortable.
She got Angela?
She said that she would pay for Angela Davis's bond.
Yeah.
Like
when they were
she
trying
was
to frame
about Aretha was about her people.
But back then it's a different climate, man. Everybody was more socially aware back then, man.
Everyone was woke back then. They were all fighting for the same cause.
And quiet as
but she kept that energy though.
Yeah, definitely.
Aretha definitely kept that energy.
Quiet as it kept, I don't know why this just popped in my head, but it depends. Like looking back on it, you look at Muhammad Ali, right? And you just look at what he did. A lot of black people weren't fucking with him back then. They thought he was too boisterous.
Yeah.
Yo, also, let's please honor Aretha for her immaculate shade. Remember when she got sat down in the interview and they asked her about Taylor Swift? She's like, nice gowns, beautiful gowns. And he's like, what do you think about Nicki Minaj? No comment.
Yeah, I was like,
yo.
When you get old, I don't care. I'm on my way out.
You say what the fuck you want.
And you can't say anything back to her. That's the thing that hurts. She is an icon legacy.
What are you gonna say?
She, what was it? Wait, did Nicki Minaj recently say that she broke one of her records or something? Was that recently?
Yeah, it was something like that.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on in this steroid era.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
I don't know what's
the stream era. But Aretha was just a G all around. All around. It's so sad for her to go.
Well, yeah, word.
She's from Detroit.
Condolences to her family, friends, supporters, everything. Definitely fucking a tremendous loss across the board.
We're losing all the greats, man.
Yeah, it's sad.
It's inevitable.
It's gonna come a point where kids are not gonna even know about some of them.
Yeah.
or hear them often. Maybe they still hear about them, but like not in the same way that we grew up with.
I don't know that they'll appreciate them the way that they should.
No, absolutely.
No, because their parents would be playing Jeremiah birthday sex.
all right, man.
So
wait a minute. Yo, Nicki is going off on Twitter right now.
What happened?
Oh my gosh. Like, you gotta give me a second. This is just a lot of stuff. All right. So she addressed Travis, saying Travis sold over 50K of these with no requirement of redeeming. I'm assuming it's the merch. With no requirement of redeeming the album, with no dates for a tour. I spoke to him. He knows he doesn't have the #1 album this week. I love my fans. My first album sold 400K. No one is doing that with debut albums now. So I'm so grateful. I lost out on 12 hours of sales and did a 200K in 1 week after I was supposedly canceled. I bit my tongue last Queen Radio, but I won't on Tuesday.
Oh my God.
I looked at the numbers. The Carters, Kanye, Nas recently did. Travis sold 200K in his first week of clothes alone. I spoke to him last night, and he said he's been selling clothes before the music.
Yep.
Billboard says they'll change the rules because of this. So it should be changed now. I put my blood, sweat, and tears in writing a dope album only for Travis to have Kylie Jenner post a tour pass telling people to come see her and Stormy. I'm actually laughing. Queen broke the record of being #1 in 86 countries. Thanks, Jesus, and thank you to my fans. Then she posts, oh shit! She posts a tweet from Joe. What?
Wait, what you talking about, Willis?
No, it says Joe Budden at the top. What she says? What'd you think about Queen? He said,
hold on, I know Shane do that. Don't tell me.
Yes, she did.
That.
He said, really good. I'll call up to your show when you're back on. Sounds good and congrats. When do you go on? You need to come to my show so I can cuss you the fuck out. I love to be cursed out, LOL. I record Tuesday nights. Then she goes on and says, Spotify put Drake's face on every playlist, but told me they have to teach me a lesson for playing my music 10 minutes early on Queen Radio.
Wait, she texted that part to Joe?
No, this part was a tweet. She posted just that previous text just saying like, come on my show, Joe, cuss me out and stuff. Right. That's crazy. Even though they've been giving away my music for free for years, I'm one of the top Spotify artists of all time. Spotify had to teach me a lesson, but reward the man who's had Apple Radio show the longest, inadvertently helping the Apple platform the most. Oh, I can't wait for Queen Radio on Tuesday. They took away my promotion they had promised for the first couple days because of this. Queen. My music went up on Apple, so I played it. I assumed it was on Spotify and Tidal at the same time. Spotify said that Apple tweeted fans advising Queen was up, and therefore they had to teach me a lesson, but praise to be God. It's not over. My label didn't want to defend me for fear of Spotify trying to teach Ariana a lesson, in quotes, too. Then she goes, do you know how many people subscribe to my Spotify page? Do you know how many women get systematically blackballed out of their positions in an office building and can't fight back? I had to go in my preacher mode for that one.
I got you. I'm rolling.
That was a preacher?
Yeah, hallelujah, I had to go in my mode.
Possessed a little bit, but I'm rolling. I'm rolling.
Oh, man.
I thought that was a rant on a corner holding a deuce.
So wait, we were just...
That was long.
Yo, as we were just talking about this.
I don't...
like this shit. And why would you... of course, I knew about that text message, but...
Of course I knew about that. Of course I knew.
I didn't know the world was going to know about that. Like, that's like a cardinal rule.
That's lame.
You're not supposed to do that.
And even conversations, like the Travis conversation, why you gotta air that out?
Why are you doing that?
What did he do to you?
Because like I said before, if you're lame without money, when you get money, you're still lame. That's a cornball move. Tell me I'm lying.
No.
That's a cornball move.
This is coming across like a desperate.
Yeah, that's desperation.
That's desperation at its finest.
You're corny, B.
Yeah, that's corny.
Corny for that one.
You don't have to do this. Like, we're right back to where we started earlier in this fucking show. We're right back. You don't have to do this.
How you gonna call yourself a queen?
Yeah, like you doing the most right now.
But you know what? Also, she's also doing the same thing that she says the media is doing with this drama to then say, oh, hear me out on Queen Radio. Yeah. You're doing what you claim media does. Like,
and that's the thing. You can't try to circle back now. You're the same person that dissed Joe and called it a little podcast. Yeah. He invited you to come on. You wouldn't come on the show. Now you want him to come on. Like this whole shit. And now you're taking jabs at Travis, even though you're saying in these tweets or whatever that I guess that they were cool or some shit. Like you're doing the most.
And so what if Kylie supports?
You're doing the most.
That's his baby mama.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and we just said this. We understand artists have strategies and tactics to help with their streaming. That's part of the game. So we weren't mad that she was doing that for herself, because we said Travis was doing the same thing. There's other people who have done the same thing. But this,
she gotta chill.
This is
chill.
wild. Like,
Onika's feelings is hurt.
Yeah, but at this point, somebody in her camp got to take her phone, man. Somebody got to change her password.
She needs a vacation.
She needs a vacation. Something. Like something is now. It's off.
Something's
like,
off.
Like you're doing too much right now. It's too much.
She's tired, man.
Like
that fall from grace got to be hard.
But that's my thing.
That got to be hard.
This is my thing. I feel like she's making herself fall from grace.
Yeah.
She's been the front runner this whole time. She's been up there. She don't need to do none of this shit. None of this needs to happen.
These are all
this
facts.
is not royalty. This is not prestigious.
And if she is being blackballed, we know blackballing happens in the industry. We understand that. But like, this doesn't help the case.
Yeah,
who was
like,
hold on, who was blackballing Nicki Minaj? She was all over Ellen.
That's
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's
I
like
think
what,
she's saying. Well, I think what she's trying to say is Spotify, the situation with Spotify, they're trying to control,
womp womp.
and maybe, and I'm guessing this. She's inferring that they're affecting what she potentially could have had for numbers.
That's like when Hov said, well,
"Is that do you guys feel that
I
sense?"
get what you're saying, but I'm not rolling.
No,
I'm not rolling, yo.
Hold on, what
I'm
Hov
not.
say?
She's not being blackballed. Blackballed is when you can't put out a fucking project. Blackball is when you can't even walk into your label because everyone and all the executives avoid you. Blackballed is when fucking like no one, like you can't go do an Ellen, you can't go do a Genius. That is blackballed. She's not being blackballed. She's using this blackballed as a marketing scheme to try to, get more awareness to the project.
Yeah.
It's just not smart at this point. None of this shit is disgusting. None of that looks good. None of it looks good.
I agreed with you. Like I agreed with her previously about the double standards with women and stuff like that. But like this,
you're doing the most.
You're feeding into the narrative that people already established for you. If you don't want to be part of that narrative, create your own narrative. When you are the queen or you're at a high level, you have the power to create your own narrative.
Yeah.
Beyonce's doing that.
Yeah, you're doing the most.
Beyonce and Jay-Z, they control their narratives. Right now it's like she's allowing other people to control her narratives. And this is all like, it's like, what is it going to take for her to be okay with the fact that this project might not have as high numbers as it used to?
Yeah.
Like, it's like she's doing the most to try and get the numbers up.
Yeah.
Feelings is hurt.
Feelings is hurt. This is a pride issue. There's a number of things like this.
Radio won't play my hits. I don't give a shit.
We were trying to be like leveled with this and say that we get it, but
this is stupid.
This is crazy.
You're doing the most. You're doing the most, yo. You're doing the most.
Feelings is hurt.
Yo.
And I also never agree that when you're trying to prove a point, don't be throwing private conversations into it.
Yeah,
you can prove your point just off of facts or information that's already out there. Don't be sharing text messages that you probably weren't even supposed to be allowed to share.
Yeah, I'm almost certain that wasn't okay.
You broke the circle of trust.
Yeah.
You broke the circle of trust.
You're definitely out of the circle of trust now.
Like, that's crazy. You don't be doing that.
Damn.
Corny, son.
Oh, man.
All right, man.
Like, now, who's the person who's part of Oprah's network who fixed lives? She gonna need that. Ayana.
Don't fix no. I don't want that broad nowhere near my life.
Well, she gonna need someone.
Somebody.
And someone on her camp needs to take social media, like fucking send her to Alaska in a cabin or something, get away from everything. I don't know what it's gonna take, but this is wild. Is it like? Do you guys feel like she's getting to a mental breakdown point?
I don't know what it is.
Like, what is this?
I don't know what it is.
Well, she started doing weed at 35.
Well, that plays a part.
That's a hell of a life choice at 35.
And it's very telling that you're now turning to weed in this juncture
of your life.
It's very telling.
I mean, she has a lot of personal stuff going on. Like, I think it wasn't her brother still looking at time.
Yeah, it's a shame though.
Yeah, she's putting up bread to. That's what she was saying during the Genius interview. You're not gonna stop me from taking care of my family. Mm-hmm. So she's probably putting up bread for his case. It's a lot.
Yeah,
probably
but it's
a lot of
shame
pressure.
that this is all.
That
like,
shit is snapped.
She don't got to do this.
I
get it.
She's better
I get
than
it.
this.
You fighting for your family. You fighting for your brand, your legacy. She don't got to do this.
She's better than this.
This is beneath her. These actions are beneath her.
Oh,
She's
apparently not.
She's depleting her own stock right now.
Apparently,
no
they're
one
not
else.
beneath
She
it.
is the one depleting her own stock right now. I don't know.
Before we end, who do you think from? I mean, obviously Beyonce is going to be one of them, but who do you think also from like the recent era is going to be looked at as an icon in the same, not in the same capacity as like a Michael Jackson, Prince, but like I'm saying for the younger kids, like who do you think is going to be looked at in that manner by the younger generation?
Lauren, Beyonce,
Erica.
You think Rihanna?
Rihanna. I'll put her in there.
Damn, this is gonna be so trash in 20 years. It's gonna be so. Yeah, think about it.
Oh gosh, yeah. What if like someone like Lil Pump? J. Cole definitely. I think J. Cole's gonna get to that point.
I think J. Cole definitely. Drake.
Oh, yeah, hands down.
The
but
Drake,
I'm a little bit nervous for one of these littles.
The
little
Drake-
something.
Kendrick.
Yeah.
I got XX being in there, and y'all may call me crazy. I don't care.
No, I agree. I can see that.
I got him. I got 6ix9ine being in there.
I hope not.
You say that.
I can see why.
I see him being in there.
I can see why.
I see him being in there.
If I see a revival concert with 6ix9ine at 45, 50 years old,
Fam,
featuring Lil Pump,
I'm trying to tell you.
dog, I'm gonna be.
Yeah, like what they do for like Charlie Wilson and some of them, like they have like here are some old tunes.
I'm gonna turn. Some of these songs I turn the radio right off. Like
And
that Fifi shit, I turn right off. I turn that shit right when that radio's on. I'd rather go to 104.3 classic rock.
That song is fire.
That song
You're
is
just
hard.
a bitter old man.
I'm not a bit old man.
That song's kind of hard.
You're not gonna swindle me. I'm not on lean.
Man. All right. Well, I guess to the fans, viewers, let us know your thoughts on pretty much all the topics today. How you feeling about the Netflix situation? Are you checking? Are you binge watching Netflix with commercials and chilling?
Netflix and commercials.
Nicki Minaj, let us know your thoughts on the Genius interview and what happened. And even if you were there, what were some of your experiences that maybe we didn't touch on? Tiana Taylor versus Jeremiah. Whose side are you rolling with? And do you really care who's big or not? Should they have even been on the same fucking platform?
Should they have been opening for Danny?
Yeah, basically. And then Prince, are you for the new listeners out there, are you anticipating? Are you hyped about this new move that's happening? And then lastly, well, we don't really care about Trump and Omarosa, so we're, I want
they all
both
can
of them.
fall
Yeah,
together. We don't
can,
care.
Yeah, they all can kick rocks together. With that said, check us out, Grassroots Pod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. In the description, you'll see Group Me Chat, as well as our merch link will be in there. Limited supplies now, as we will be closing that link soon.
And we also have a hangout this upcoming weekend with our fans. I know it's Afropunk, but we want to at least get some kind of get together with our fans in New York City at Dave & Buster's.
Definitely.
Link is in the description. And when you do drop a comment, leave a timestamp too. Tell us, even if you don't want to leave a comment, just leave a timestamp of the funniest part that you think.
Definitely.
If you want to talk about our clothes, whatever it is. I don't really care.
Why'd you look at me though?
I had to check though.
I definitely
You definitely are matching.
I definitely segued like, oh,
I definitely checked. I was like,
Here it
okay.
goes.
I was like, okay. The design, the design on his hat is actually matching the design on his sneakers. Okay, you got it today.
He doesn't have on her 9 to 5 sevens today, so she's feeling.
That's
herself.
all right. I got them clean sneaks on though.
And yeah, you can't talk about his sneakers because we have the same sneakers on today, so I'm rolling. I'm rolling. So whatever.
And I matched.
I thought she was gonna say bitch. That would have been hilarious. Then like
Bitch.
With that said, I'm Brandon Killabh HR.
Bitches are my sons.
The disrespect is real today. Right at the end. Right at the end.
Blame Diddy for that.
Thought you were gonna come out unscathed. Oh man, did I say my name again? I'm fucking delirious.
Yeah, my name is Erin Ashley Simon.
I'm regular Nas.
I'm fucking Killabh again. We out. Fuck this shit.
Bitch hits.
Grassroots.